Forget the Zodiac. Forget horoscopes. That's sanitized garbage. We're looking at threat designation Taurus.
It's not a sign. It's a force of nature, an extinction event with a birthday. Do not engage. Do not provoke.
This is a highlight reel of every hero who thought they could stop it. Here are 15 reasons you are already dead. File 1. First, the basics. You can't move it, you can't stop it. The laws of physics are just a friendly suggestion it chooses to ignore. See this? This is hope. It's the most useless weapon in the arsenal. And this is Taurus. It doesn't block the attack. It doesn't deflect it. It simply decides the attack has no energy. It denies its existence. Then it takes its turn. It doesn't fight you. You are simply a bug on the windshield of its intention. An obstacle to be erased from the path. It doesn't even watch. It just keeps walking. There is no strategy. There is no weakness. There is only the path, and the path will be cleared. Next file. It doesn't want to own you. It wants to be you. It consumes what it desires, adding your strength to its own. Meet the Phoenix, a star eater, a creature of pure rebirth and endless fire. To Taurus, it's not a legend, it's an upgrade. Watch. It doesn't chase, it doesn't fight. It simply wants. And its desire has its own gravity. It doesn't kill the beauty. It compacts it, petrifies it, turns a living god into a dead jewel. You're not a memory. You're not a conquest. You're a trophy, a piece of flair. It doesn't just defeat its enemies, it wears them. Every beautiful thing it finds, it cages in a coffin of its own body. And the worst part? The collection is never complete. File 3. You think you've heard it? Cute. You just activated a feature. It doesn't feel pain. It converts damage into fuel for a total system reboot. Codename Berserker. See these guys? They're the best. Fast, precise, powerful. They found a weakness, or so they thought. A direct hit. A critical strike. For any other target, this is game over. For Taurus, this is where the fight starts. All that damage you dealt, it's not an injury, it's ammunition. The heroes have a single moment to realize their mistake. And then the feature runs its course. Reboot complete. All threats neutralized. File 4. It builds, but it doesn't create. It's a parasite. To build its castle, it will drain the life out of your entire world. Exhibit A, Yggdrasil. The world tree, the source of life for a dozen realms, a nexus of infinite energy. To us, it's a miracle. To Taurus, it's a power outlet. It doesn't chop it down. It's more efficient than that. It just plugs in. The goal isn't destruction, it's acquisition. Every drop of power, every speck of beauty will be repurposed. Repurposed for what? A monument? A fortress? A throne? Something solid, something permanent. It will build its perfect silent kingdom on the ashes of a dozen living ones. This isn't evil, this is its nature, to turn a vibrant garden into a single perfect statue. And it sees nothing wrong with this picture. File 5. Taurus doesn't forgive. It doesn't forget. It doesn't hold a grudge. It becomes the grudge. Every slight, every insult, every attack, it's not forgotten. It's recorded. It's geological. Taurus doesn't retaliate. Not yet. It just registers the complaint. Years pass. Eons. The storm god forgets. The universe forgets. The mountain does not. And when the moment is right, when the god is weak, when the act is forgotten by all, the debt is collected. It's not a fight, it's an execution. No anger, no passion, just the cold, patient, brutal mathematics of a grudge. And the scar, the original insult, is finally healed. Don't ever make a promise you can't keep, and never, ever make an enemy of a mountain. File 6. Taurus builds things, beautiful things, sanctuaries, fortresses, but it doesn't build doors. It offers you the world, a perfect paradise built just for you, every desire met, every need provided. The offer is generous. The materials are priceless. The catch? It's a one-way trip. The moment you accept its protection, the walls go up. They're beautiful walls, but they are absolute. The being of light, once a partner, is now a treasure, a collectible, to be protected, to be contained. Any attempt to leave is not seen as a choice, it's seen as an error, a flaw in the perfect system that must be corrected. It's not malice, it's love. The suffocating, possessive, all-consuming love of a collector for his most prized possession. The cage will get smaller, the walls will get thicker, the paradise will become a tomb, all to keep the treasure safe. Because to Taurus, freedom is just another word for risk, and risk is unacceptable. File 7. The most insidious danger. Not a bang, but a whimper. It doesn't destroy you. It makes you not care. This is a world on the brink, a cosmic war against a tide of encroaching shadow creatures. Hope is low, but it's there. And then Taurus arrives. Not to fight, not to help, just to be. Its certainty, its absolute comfort, is a disease, a psychic plague that kills motivation. Why fight for a future that's uncertain when you can have the comfort of nothing? Why struggle when you can just stop? The shadow creatures are confused. They were ready for a glorious battle, not this. Even the will to conquer dies in the face of such absolute indifference. The war just ends. Taurus has won. It didn't throw a single punch. It just convinced the universe that trying was pointless. It is the ultimate killer of dreams, the black hole of ambition. File 8. Taurus doesn't just live in the world, it makes the world live with it.
It doesn't adapt to the environment, it terraforms the environment to suit its will.
You're looking at a paradise, a fragile ecosystem, a vibrant world, teeming with unique life. To Taurus, this is just inefficient, too chaotic, too random. It needs order. Its order. It plants its feet, and the world begins to rewrite itself around the new center of gravity. The mountains are too high, it crushes them down. The valleys are too deep, it fills them in. The rivers flow too freely, it carves them new, brutally straight channels. The life is too diverse, it petrifies it, turning a vibrant jungle into a silent obsidian sculpture garden. In hours, a world of infinite variety is transformed into a monument of singular, monolithic purpose. It has created its ideal home, predictable, stable, and utterly subservient to its own presence. File 9. When Taurus wants something, it doesn't always attack. Sometimes it just waits, and its patience is a weapon of mass destruction. This is the citadel of the mind, a fortress city built from pure thought, impossible to breach by force. It's defended by the smartest beings in the cosmos. They've outthought gods and dismantled armies with a single equation. Taurus arrives. The defenders are ready for a battle of wits, a complex assault, a grand strategy. It doesn't give them one. It just sits and waits. Days pass, years, centuries. The defenders watch. They analyze. They try to predict, but there is nothing to predict. Their greatest weapon is their mind, and the Juggernaut's silence is a poison that starves the mind. It is a paradox they cannot solve. After 1,000 years of absolute inaction, the citadel of the mind, the greatest fortress of thought, tears itself apart from the inside. The winner of the war is the one who is willing to wait the longest, and nothing can outwait a rock. File 10. Ambition. The drive to be better, to reach higher. It is the engine of the universe. Taurus is the brakes. Witness a rising star, a champion, a being of pure will destined for greatness, climbing the cosmic ladder to godhood. She has defeated every rival, overcome every obstacle. Only one gate remains, the gate to true divinity. And who do you think guards the gate? Not a monster, not a god, a toll collector. The warrior attacks. She unleashes the full power of her journey, a lifetime of ambition in a single strike. And the Juggernaut doesn't even defend. It just looks at her and asks the most dangerous question in the universe. Why climb? Why struggle? The view from the bottom is fine. The ground is safe. The ground is real. It doesn't need to kill the hero. It just needs to kill the reason she's a hero. The gate to godhood is not locked. It's just guarded by the crushing gravity of complacency. File 11. Do you know what a singularity is? It's matter so dense, nothing can escape its gravity. A Taurian grudge is a singularity with a memory. This is a trickster god, a being of pure chaos. His crime? He played a prank. He made the Juggernaut trip. Once. The god laughed. The universe laughed. The Juggernaut did not. It recorded the insult in its bones. The trickster god is fast. He can teleport, change shape, hide between dimensions. He's impossible to catch. But you can't outrun a grudge that has its own gravity. It doesn't need to catch you. It just needs to pull. All dimensions, All possibilities, all escape routes, they begin to fold, to collapse into a single, inevitable point. The end point of the grudge is not death, it is proximity. He's not dead. He's a prisoner, an eternal reminder, held forever in the crushing grip of an insult that will never be forgotten. There are 3 things you don't do: spit in the wind, pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and make a Taurus stumble. File 12. The bull's idea of comfort is the most dangerous trap of all. It won't kill you with a weapon. It will kill you with wealth. Every empire falls. Every dynasty ends. It's the natural order. This one was different. It was at the peak of its golden age. They made a deal. The Juggernaut would be their ultimate defense, their guardian. In exchange, they would provide it with tribute, comfort, luxury. The city grew soft. The tribute became more lavish. The people forgot how to struggle. They forgot how to build. The Juggernaut did nothing. It just sat there, getting stronger, soaking up the tribute, an anchor of absolute decadent stillness. And when the real threat came, a plague from the outer dark, the city was helpless. Their guardian was too comfortable to move. The city burned. The people cried out for their savior, but he had become a part of the palace, a statue of gold and broken promises. It didn't betray them. It just got exactly what it wanted. Absolute comfort. The price of that comfort was their entire existence. The most dangerous prison isn't made of steel. It's made of silk sheets and golden plates. File 13. Nuance, subtlety, intricacy. These are words Taurus does not understand. When faced with a complex problem, it has only one solution. This is the quantum labyrinth, a puzzle box dimension, a maze that changes with every thought. Its architects believed it was the ultimate prison. They trapped a reality-ending plague inside, a being of pure chaos. The only way to contain it was with a prison that was infinitely complex. The prison was failing. The chaos was breaking through. The architects called for a champion with the wit to solve the maze and defuse the bomb. They got Taurus. It doesn't try to solve the puzzle. It doesn't look for a key. It sees a locked door, and it has one tool, a hammer. It pulls back and punches reality. The labyrinth, the puzzle, the intricate design, all of it is shattered into a billion pieces of useless conceptual rubble. And the plague? The reality-ending chaos monster? Problem solved. The surgery was a success. The patient and the hospital and the city the hospital was in are all dead, but the disease is gone. File 14. Evolution. Change. The universe's one constant. Unless an anchor drops, Taurus doesn't just resist change. Its very presence prevents it. This is a larval universe, a cosmic nursery, a dimension of pure potential, constantly birthing new, wonderful, and terrifying forms of life. It's messy. It's unpredictable. It's the engine of progress, and Taurus finds it distasteful. It doesn't destroy the life, it just stabilizes it. It introduces a single, absolute, unchanging constant into the equation. The anchor of its own nature. Unchanging, unmoving, perfect. And the chaos stops. The beautiful, messy, glorious engine of evolution ceases. The universe is now safe, stable, predictable, It will never grow, it will never change, it will never surprise anyone again. It hasn't killed a single thing, but it has murdered infinity. It is the ultimate cosmic conservative, the god of good enough. Final file. What happens when the Juggernaut is finally beaten? When it's broken, defeated, and killed? A coalition of gods, a union of heroes, the last of the universe's hope. They did the impossible. They won. The Juggernaut falls. Its emerald core shatters. Its bronze veins cool. The threat is over. The heroes cheer. The universe celebrates. But Earth signs don't just die. They're not energy to be dissipated. They're matter. And matter cannot be destroyed. Its final act is not an attack. It is a release. A return to its most basic, stubborn, and absolute nature. It releases its essence, the unbreakable, unchangeable, absolute reality of stone. Energy, chaos, hope, thought. These things are fleeting, but rock is forever. Even in death, Taurus wins. Its corpse terraforms its own graveyard. It turns its defeat into a permanent, immovable monument to itself. You can't kill it. You can only turn it into a mountain. And the mountain remembers. 15 files, 15 case studies in absolute, immovable, and terrifying force. The conclusion is simple. There is no strategy. There is no weakness to exploit. There is no hope. You cannot outrun it. You cannot reason with it. You cannot fight it. It is a geological event, a foregone conclusion with a pulse.
So what is the mission? What is the objective? Survival. And there is only one way to survive. Do not challenge it. Do not stand in its way. Do not possess anything it might want.
Be boring. Be worthless. Be invisible. Pray that its path does not intersect with yours. Because if you stand for something, you are an obstacle. If you possess something, you are a resource. And if you challenge it, you are a lesson for the next poor bastard who thinks he can win.
This is Threat Designation Taurus. The briefing is over. Good luck. You're going to need it.